Hello, sunshine, and welcome back to Story Time. Today we are still working on this beautiful Disney 2021 Advent calendar. It is day 4 of the Advent calendar, so let's open the book to see what story is going to be done today. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, let's pick a number. Let's find it. It's not here. Oh, I think I found it. Do you see it? There it is. It is all the way over here. Open it up. Got it. Okay, so today's story is going to be, once I get it out of its wrapper. No, it's not. Oh, this is going to be fun. Today's story is Santa's Little Helper. And just so I can give you some backstory on this story, when Santa is too unwell to finish delivering his presents, Mickey and Pluto come to the rescue. Although there are a few bumps along the way, it will still be a Christmas they'll never forget. Hey Kevin, not exactly ASMR. This is just story time. I'm doing at the Advent calendar stories. That's all. So you can actually see what I'm about to start reading because the illustrations are bomb.com. Doo-doo. It was Christmas Eve and all was quiet. Mickey and Pluto were fast asleep when achoo, achoo, achoo. A chorus of sneezes outside woke them. They ran to the window to see what all the fuss was about. Mickey couldn't believe his eyes. Santa Claus was standing in the back garden. Attached to Santa's sleigh were 9 reindeer with bright red noses. That's funny, Mickey thought to himself. Isn't Rudolph supposed to be the only one with the red nose? Next illustration. Mickey ran outside in his pajamas. Merry Christmas, Santa, he said. Is something the matter? It's all this sneezing, Santa said. Dasher was sniffling while we left the North Pole, and now everyone but Rudolph has come down with a bad cold. We all need to go home to bed, but we still have 4 houses to visit. The reindeer promptly let out another round of sneezes. They looked miserable. But what could Santa do? He couldn't leave his 4 last houses without Christmas presents. Gee, maybe Pluto and I can help, Mickey said. We'd be happy to deliver the presents for you. Oh, thank you, Mickey, Santa said. He lifted a huge red sack out of his sleigh. My gift sack is full of Christmas magic. It will help you make the deliveries. Santa Claus handed Mickey a list of presents to deliver, then climbed back into his sleigh, and the reindeer slowly lifted off into the sky, coughing and sneezing all the way. Mickey pulled his sled from the garage and hauled it to the great sack of gifts. He expected the bag to be very heavy, but when he picked it up, it was light as a feather. This mustn't be Christmas magic, Santa mentioned. Mickey said, Come on, Pluto. Let's finish Santa's deliveries. Pluto grabbed the sled ropes in his mouth, stepped forward, to pull it behind him when suddenly Pluto, Mickey, and the sled rose in the air. They were flying. Woohoo! More Christmas magic, Mickey said, holding on the right as the sled steered itself to their first stop. In no time at all, the sled landed on Daisy's roof. Mickey and Pluto quickly jumped out. How do you think I get inside? Mickey said. Santa goes down the chimney. Should I try? Pluto nodded. And Mickey leaned over, looked down the chimney. Before he knew it, he landed in Daisy's living room with a puff of chimney soot. This Christmas magic takes some getting used to, he said as he rubbed his sore bottom. Mickey looked over at Santa's list and then took Daisy's gifts from the giant sack. He had just finished arranging them under the tree when he saw the treats Daisy had left for Santa. I'm sure she wouldn't mind if I ate them, since I was filling in for Santa, Mickey said, happily munching on the cookies. Mickey quickly filled Daisy's stocking and then looked up the chimney. Suddenly, whoosh! Mickey was whisked back to the roof, where he saw Pluto. Mickey realized he hadn't brought a cookie for his friend. I'm sorry, Pluto. I promise I'll get you a treat at the next house, he said. The next delivery was for Goofy. Mickey had just leaned into the chimney when Grudo grabbed the back of the sack in his teeth. He didn't want to miss getting a treat at this house. The Christmas magic whisked them both down the chimney and into Goofy's living room. Pluto, Mickey said, I promise that I bring you a achoo! Oh no, look out! Spotting the plate on cookies Goofy had left for Santa, Pluto ran right towards it, but accidentally pressed against Goofy's tree. It went crashing to the ground. Oh no. Mickey and Pluto fixed Goofy's tree as best they could, but it still drooped a little on the side. Mickey checked the list and got his friend's present out of Santa's sack. Maybe he'll be excited about his gifts that won't even notice the tree, he said. Mickey very carefully filled Goofy's stockings, and then he and Pluto went back up the chimney to their sled. Mickey and Pluto had to hurry. They had spent so long fixing Goofy's tree that they were running out of time to deliver the rest of Santa's gifts. At Minnie's house, Mickey rushed down the chimney, checking Santa's list on the way. He pulled her presents from Santa's sack, placed them underneath the tree, and filled her stockings with goodies. On his way back to the chimney, he grabbed 2 cookies, one from him and one for Pluto. He understood the assignment finally, guys. When they landed on Donald's roof, Mickey got right to work. He dropped down the chimney, pulled out the list, headed straight to the tree. He pulled Donald's presents from the sack. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, Mickey said. There are supposed to be 4 presents, but there are only 3 left in the bag. Did I drop one? Mickey looked everywhere, by the chimney, up under the table, behind the chair. As he was crouching to look beneath the sofa, Mickey heard footsteps from upstairs. Donald was awake. Mickey grabbed Santa's sack and raced to the chimney. The stockings, he cried. Mickey quickly filled his friend's stocking. He had just finished when one of Donald's feet appeared at the top of the stairs. Luckily, Santa's Christmas package was waiting. It whisked Mickey up the chimney seconds before Donald came downstairs. Whew! Mickey said as he and Pluto flew home. That was way too close. The next morning, the friends all met at Mickey's house for Christmas breakfast. Santa must have been a little out of sorts last night, Daisy said to Goofy. He left chimney soot all over my floor. He's never done anything like that before. I know what you mean. I think Santa bumped into my tree. It looked all a little lopsided this morning. He woke me up with all those noises he was making, Donald exclaimed. He's always been so quiet. I almost forgot, Minnie said to Donald. Santa left one of your presents at my house. We found out where that present went. It seemed everyone had a story about Santa's visits. Suddenly, Mickey realized that he had left Santa's magic sack next to his tree. He looked around worriedly, but the sack was gone. In its place was a box with a tag that said, Love Santa. Inside was a beautiful snow globe of Pluto and Mickey riding with Santa in his sleigh. Mickey winked at Pluto. No, Santa Claus definitely wasn't himself last night. Merry Christmas, everybody. So I always like doing a dissection based off whatever I read. And from this story right here, you can take it from a religious standpoint, and you can say that Santa Claus was God in this case. And God gave Mickey, aka a person, a mission. And the mission was to deliver these gifts to his hero. He found out his 4 best friends. And when he was doing this, he wasn't the best at it. And he wasn't the best at it because he wasn't the professional that always did it. He wasn't the subject matter expert. He was just a regular old person trying to help out other people. He goes and he tries to help. It's a little bit messy. People are like, it was super messy. Santa's never been like this before. Okay, God's never been like this before. Are we sure it's all this messy? No, it's supposed to be messy for a reason. So we see at the end that Mickey saw what happened, saw he became qualified when he wasn't qualified for the job, and he said Merry Christmas because his heart was all about helping others and helping those. So for Santa Little Helper, you can always remember it's you, yourself, you're more than enough to help somebody else. Exactly where you're at. Whew. Had a coughing moment. My apologies. It happens when I talk a lot. It just is what it is. But know that even in the tiny of children's stories, you can get any interpretation that you're really looking for, whether it's just for it to be a story or it's for it to be a more of a deeper meaning. I hope you have an amazing day. Luckily, none of the words in this book made me have to look them up, so we didn't have that learning the new word moment. We learned that for children, when you're reading, you can mess up. And it is absolutely okay to mess up. If you're an adult and you mess up while you're reading a piece of paper out loud to people, it's okay that you mess up. You can't be perfect all the time. And I understand that us as society has bred it of you have to be the best at all times. But no, you can make mistakes. If people make fun of you, then that's on them. That's not on you. You know yourself and you know that you are doing your absolute best, and that is more than enough. And I'm going to leave you with this. You are loved. I am so proud of all the things that you accomplished today, even if it was just you waking up. And maybe, just maybe, you also got to walk today. And maybe, just maybe, you got to see things around you. And maybe, just maybe, you left your house today. You are blessed beyond reason. You may not even know it, but you are. It's the little things that you think are just a standard thing that are not standard to everybody else. The house that you live in, the car that you drive, the things that you have around you. Not everyone has. Remember to be thankful. And as I said, you are more than enough. I am proud of you. You are loved. You are light. You are hope. You are peace. You're protected. You are heard. You are seen. And I hope you, whoever's listening, whoever's going to listen to this and rewatch it, know. Here, I know this is supposed to be for a children's thing, but you're really, 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 really fantably awesome. Okay? Fantably awesome. That's the most childish way I can say that. Because you're awesome just because you're here. You don't have to do anything for you to be awesome to me. You're absolutely awesome just because you're you. And you have a story to tell, even if I don't know your story yet. You have a story to tell, and it is a great and impactful story of what unconditional love looks like. And I can't wait to hear your story. So if you want to talk, connect with me. All my stuff is in my bio or in the description below. I hope you have an amazing day. It's joy-filled. And we'll be back tomorrow on December 5th for day 5 of the Disney Advent Calendar. Bye-bye for